Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, a Washington Commanders podcast for fans, by fans. With your host, Jesse Martin.
What are you talking about? You're out of your mind.
John Taylor.
We finally got professional football back. This is going to be fun.
Scott Hartley.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Max Taylor.
As long as you got Jaden Daniels, you got a chance to win.
Spanning the eras of Washington football. Honoring the past. Commanding the future. And now, the world's worst podcast host, John Taylor.
The captain of the Nut Squad.
That's right. Welcome to the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see over here to my left, and I'm keeping my voice down because I'm not the world's worst friend. I'm just the world's worst podcast host. But my good friend over here, Jesse, has got himself a concussion, so he's hanging out in the dark. And he is also auditioning for the Ghost of Christmas Future, I think, at his local. Yeah.
I just thought you didn't pay your electric bill, Jesse, but
Yeah, we'll put his music on.
I hope you're well, mate.
How's he doing over there? He's in the dark, hanging out. What's going on? I mean, that's the story he told us. Everybody. I'm assuming he's got electricity because he's able to be on the podcast with us. So, how you doing here today, man? You all right?
I've had better days, but yeah, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, good. Look, man, you got to watch out for them goddamn poles. The suckers will jump right out when you're walking down the street. Down below, let's see who we have here. We got this guy down here below. I got to go find his stuff here because, he has a big deal over in Europe and everything. We got to appease them because there's a whole bunch of them over there that listen to the show. So here he is. Not hard. How you doing?
I'm great, gents. Yeah, absolutely fine. Busy week, which is good, but glad it's week. Got my parents here, which is nice. It's that time of the year again where it's present exchange.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
So that's why your internet's lagging. Your dad is there. You've got better internet than in Hull, and so he's able to get the good porn. So he's there now.
That's it. Yeah, he must be. Yeah, must be.
Just checking it out. Anyway, all right, and of course, I'm John Taman, the world's worst podcast host, in case you hadn't figured it out. Max is off once again having a social life, holiday party for work and all. You guys have holiday parties at work, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's next Friday. Mine's next week. Yeah.
Next Friday. See, ours is the 18th this year, which is good. It's closer to the holiday, but Jesus Christ, man, I hate these ones that they have like, December the 6th. Everybody goes and has a great time at the Christmas party, and then they got to go back to work for 2.5 weeks. Screw that.
Yeah, ours is, I think, the 17th.
Yeah. I think, ours is the 18th. So, as if anybody gave a shit about when our holiday party is. It should be fun, though. I do.
An old company that I used to work at, our holiday parties were freaking awesome because they'd shut down the company the next day. They'd take us either to Norfolk or Virginia Beach and rent out a hotel room, rent out the ballroom, do food, all drinks were free. Everybody got smashed. It was free.
All right, this Salvador says, hey, John. Salvador, nice to see you. All right, so we do have a football game coming up this weekend against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for many reasons, but I think primarily, even before we found out today that the thing that we all thought we knew anyway, that Jaden's coming back, it's a 1:00 start on a Sunday. It's a normal football game. Holy shit, we're not having to wait all day and watch everything and play on Sunday night and Monday night. It's finally a 1:00 start on a Sunday. Scott, I know you in particular are pleased with that. Oh, he's sorry.
Well, Scott's lagging. But yeah, it's first.
I'm lagging. I'm really sorry, gents.
First time since week 3, I think we've had a 1:00 game.
Yeah, that's what it was. So look, all right. So Scott, he's lagging, but he's the one with the injury report. So we're gonna find out just how bad off things are for the Vikings coming into this game, because I think our injury report is finally looking like there's something going on where we don't have everybody in the hospital.
Yeah,
Well, that was fun, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? There went Scott with the injury.
It's doubtful.
Oh, wait, there he is. Oh,
The only one that's doubtful, Bobby Wagner, at the moment. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm hoping you can hear that, but we'll.
It's interesting, that's for sure. Bobby Wagner's got something going on.
We'll wait and see what's happening here. This is terrible.
No, actually, this is.
I'm really sorry if you hope. I'm hoping you can hear me.
Well, I'm hearing you right now. Go ahead, hurry
Good.
up. While
So I'm saying the injury report. Let me have a quick look. I'm trying to pull Vikings.com up. It isn't coming up. So Donovan Jackson has an ankle injury, limited participant. Levi Drake Rodriguez has a neck, did not practice. Then you've got quite a lot of limited participants. So we have limited, as we say, and these are Josh Metellus, Jalen Redmond, Jonathan Allen was limited, not injury related. Blake Brandel, Ty Chandler, Jonathan Grenard, Javon Hargrave, Aaron Jones with a shoulder, Ryan Kelly with a hip, Harrison Smith, Theo Jackson, Christian Darrisaw with a knee was a full participant, and out of the concussion protocol is JJ McCarthy.
There we go.
JJ McCarthy is actually in, and Aaron Jones is playing. So both of them are now set to play on Sunday.
So how do you feel about the game? That's why I hear it. I'll tell you what. Let me go get the bongo player. We'll do some quick runarounds real quick with some first fast thoughts about what we think about the Minnesota Vikings coming up. Jesse, why don't you go ahead and start us off with first fast thought? What do you think?
I'm excited to see the offense because we're getting some pieces back too.
Some pieces. Scotty, what about you? Well, that's very good. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm hopeful, and I'm more confident than I have been in. I'm more confident than I have been in a lot of weeks.
That's terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't want to say Scott is slow, but he's slightly retarded. Anyway, I would say it's looking good for us this week. We've got a lot of players coming back.
Just a chromosome short of a picnic, Johnny.
Well, sorry, it's just the way nature works. I'm sorry how it goes sometimes. While I've got you all fuzzed out with your internet giving you problems and you can't really retort back, you do live on an island where people have been inbreeding for 10 centuries? It's bound to happen.
About that, yeah.
Something like that. So, that's how we ended up with Troy Aikman,
He's something. You watch him. I mean, he shows up. He's been out there the last couple of weeks. He's been one of the guys.
He's out there.
He's something, huh?
He's something. He's been out there, All right. So speaking of being out there, you're feeling pretty confident, Jesse. I know you're internet work.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you're the one that named
yeah. I mean, we've liked the way the defense has played the past couple of weeks, and Terry McLaurin being back opens up other pieces of this offense, and we're going to get Jaden Daniels back, we're going to get Noah Brown back, and so you should feel a little bit confident. I think one thing that might make you a little bit nervous is how's Jaden really feeling. It's first game back in a while. He might have a little bit of jitters. So to speak.
I think he's probably itching to get back out there. I would say jitters that he has are going to be gone the second that he gets out there and takes the first snap. There's been watching the losing has not been easy, especially when he can't do anything about it. And any competitor, that's just the way it's going to be. He can't wait to get out there. And I mean, I don't know the man, but I would suggest that's probably how he's feeling right about now. He can't wait to get out there. Scotty's trying to get back in through his phone because, I don't know, the internet over in England is not working. We don't have Tony with us tonight, by the way. Also, because there's something going on over in Ireland called the Late Late Toy Show that he says is like a national event. It's like some kind of thing on television where everybody watches TV with their kids and picks them up.
Yeah, I thought it was like the sex toy show. I don't know.
Well,
you might have misheard.
That's the late night toy show. But all right. Anyway, we'll get into the football game a little bit here. I love the fact that we are getting our offense intact. I mean, this is about as intact as it's. Is there anybody that should be down right now that we didn't, except for McCaffrey, that we didn't expect to be part of the offense in week one. And I'm talking about depth players, rotational players.
Yeah. I think, besides McCaffrey, we have our initial starting offense coming in from training camp is what they expected the offense to be, I think, for the first time this year.
I'll tell you what, that's what I'm excited about. The season's lost. Mathematical. I haven't heard the actual we have been eliminated yet. There's some miracle chance of it that I will root for until it's over. But I like our chances this weekend, and I love the opportunity to play spoiler. I want to see Jaden just rip through the division over the last month of the season and just tip over the apple cart for the Eagles and the Cowboys. Just throw them around a little bit. That's what I'd love to see. Scotty, we're talking about what we're actually looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, me too. I agree with exactly what you said. I want to see Jaden play. I want him to take more reps. It's going to be exciting to see him with a full cast on offense for the first time in forever. And then, as you said, playing spoiler for the rest of the games in the division is going to be crucial. It's going to be very good. We can spoil people's season, which is what we want to see. Realistically, it's a good game to come into. I really think these aren't anywhere near as good as the Broncos, so it's well worth a seeing, and I'm quietly confident that we're going to do well in this game.
I would think so. Now, you said that playing spoiler. I like the idea of playing spoiler, even if our season is over. Last night, I'm watching you guys on 1 Point Safety Show, and I happen to hear Scouse. He used a different term than I did, and it's
he
this.
did.
Now, if you can understand that, good for you. But the Scouts call everybody a party pooper, and that's what I want to do. I want to play party pooper this year. Thank you, Scouts.
When you speed it up, you genuinely can't understand what that actually is. I don't even know if that's English.
Well, I mean, it's
Scouse.
All right. Okay, I tell you what. Why don't we just jump into some of the stuff that we've got normally planned out for this thing while I'm around trying to figure out what we'll do. There's Jesse's concussion.
I got y'all turned down.
All right. Well, that's probably what everybody's doing right about now. So, what do you think we need to do to win this football game, Jesse?
Yeah, no, we need to establish the run.
Again, we keep saying it.
Run it down their throats, and then that will open up other things. Get Terry involved early, get Debo involved. I want to see Debo have another big game, and let's not give up on Ertz like so many of y'all want to.
10 catches last week. I mean, it's not a matter of giving up. I didn't say I'd give up on him. I just think that when that one bounced off his hands in the end zone last week, the retirement.
When I say y'all, I mean the fan base.
Okay, because I was last week. That's what I said last week. When that one bounced off his hands in the end zone, the retirement bug in the back of his head went, maybe it's time. And then Terry saved his ass. All right, so Scotty, what about you? What do you about?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to Jesse, really. We need to establish the run, but we need to stay with the run and not just, for the first quarter run and then give up on it completely. I also think that we need to see more of a pass rush this week. We need to see more of getting to the QB. It's JJ McCarthy. He's prone to a mistake. Try and get more to him and establish it. I think I like the zone that we've been playing more zone heavy over these last couple of weeks. It's worked. The players are seemingly in the right position, which is what you want to see. It's established the run, long drives again, as always, time of possession, wind the clock, and also take points when they're on offer this time. I mean, I think kick. I'm not saying let's just be too hyper aggressive and go for it on fourth down, because we've done this before with the Miami game, for example, where we've gone. It's who can cock this up the most, who's going to try and be more aggressive. I want to lose this. No, you want to lose it. Okay, well, I don't want it to be that type of game, because it's too.
Both lose it, right?
Yeah, it's two poor teams, but I think we're better than what they are at the moment. And let's just not let them off the hook. Let's kick points when we need to.
I tell you what, I think that we're going to probably see it a little bit differently. I'm always the one that wants to establish the run. And you guys do agree with me now, finally, after a year and a half of me telling you, Chris Rodriguez is the fucking man. goddamn football
I
team.
don't. I think we need to look into.
I think we need a new running back too.
Well,
but I do
what,
think for now he is.
I'm definitely not a Chris Rodriguez fan. Let's pump the brakes on that.
You know, he ain't Jahmyr Gibbs. He's never going to be Jahmyr Gibbs. All right, but trying to find a Jahmyr Gibbs. Granted, yeah, you know, we're not going to spend a high pick on a back. All right, so
I still think Krosky Merritt has more talent than Chris Rodriguez, but I think Rodriguez has the more experience right now. Is probably
he has more ass. I think he has
better
more
suited to
freaking
handle
muscle.
the load as of right now. But I think Krosky Merritt has loads of more talent than Rodriguez does.
Well, see, the way I look at it is this. I think that as a unit, all right, it's not the year anymore. Even Jahmyr Gibbs splits time with Montgomery. Montgomery was last night's leading rusher, I believe, you know, in terms of. All right, so I think that our three-headed monster can be good. And I think that the thing that holds it back right now is, A, we've been down quick too many times, so we can't really get it established. And B, early on in the season, I think that we were drinking a little too much. And I don't mean fans. I mean coaching staff and everybody. We're drinking a little too much of the Bill Kool-Aid and putting them out there too much instead of trying to rely on the three-headed attack. Now, I think C-Rod was hurt part of the year, but at the same time, him, McNichols, and Bill, you let him and frickin' McNichols pound on that defense for a little while and then let Bill go crazy, because I don't think Bill has the ass. When he hits somebody, he goes down. I like his ability. I like his cutback ability. I like his speed and his quickness through these moves. But I like it a lot better when the thing is softened up for him a little bit. It gives him a little bit more of an over.
Yeah. We do forget that
Who is this? We've got the porn whores in here. Was that who that was, or am I calling somebody's girl? Eating hot Cheetos is the best way without drinking. Ooh.
All right.
I'm sorry if I called you a porn whore. Sorry.
I quite like hot Cheetos.
I think we also forget in the beginning of the season, none of these running backs was going to be our starting running back. It was Austin Eckler. So I think
nice to see you. Good to meet you, Jesse.
I think I don't think the coaching staff intended to be a full three-headed attack. To be honest with you, I think Jerry McNichols should get the monster load, or the majority of snaps. But
could you have said this any worse? I mean, we've got Cassie Lynn in here, and we've got Gibberisha in here, who knows my name, and you're talking about we ought to give Jerry McNichol the monster load. I know,
indeed.
For 13-year-old humor.
It's PG-13.
The thing is about this, I don't know that McNichols would do well if he was the primary back getting, say, 18 carries a game, which is what I think you ought to get out of your primary back. 18 carries a game, I want to see split between Bill and McNichols, 10 carries each. I think that would be terrific. But I don't know how McNichols would do with 18 carries. He does great with limited numbers, and he does a fantastic job coming out of the backfield catching a pass. Once that dude's got the ball in his hand in space, look out, because he's going to find somebody to run into and knock the shit out of. And I like that. He's a violent little whirlwind, man.
I also think that McNichols, when you give him the ball in space and he is that third down reliable back, he can find you a hole and make something out of nothing. We saw it when we were on third and 15 last week, and then he creates a bit of separation and he's away for 21 yards. That's the sort of back he is. But I agree with Jesse. I think he is our best back. But at the same time, I think you've got to go with Chris Rodriguez at the minute as almost RB1, but it should be a three-headed monster.
I tell you what. You know who else can find a hole and know what to do with it? I'm not saying anymore.
Right, there you go.
He knows what to do with a Cheeto. All right, so let's see. My battle plan is more on the defensive side of the football. All right, I'm not going to play the again, give Jesse a headache, but is more on the defensive side of the football. Stop their run. All right. I know they've got good wide receivers. And I mean, Justin Jefferson is a fine wide receiver. I would like to say in a sidebar, Scott, I noticed yesterday that Mr. Scouse on your show was downgraded a little bit. So now all of a sudden it's all dependent on a lot of other different things. When last year it was like, oh, he's a god no matter what. But you stop their run, make J.J. McCarthy beat you with his arm, and he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. Simple as that. Well, I mean, I hope so. I'm not going to say not, because that's the kind of shit that ends up getting me in trouble.
That's the only problem I have, John, is I look at JJ McCarthy and think this guy could give us a 60-yard bomb, and that's it. He can always take it for a touchdown. He is a elite wide receiver. No doubt about that.
Jordan Addison isn't nothing to cry home.
And
he's good.
Neither is Jalen Naylor. Naylor's not bad. Your third guy, he's not bad at all. So. Anyway, I gotta move this thing over here because I can't keep watching those women. Let's see here. Yeah, Scott, you entertain them. That's your job. So for anybody that's out there in podcast land listening to Scott type, it's because we've got a couple of hot ones here in the chat. And if you want to come on in, hey man, give us a thumbs up and give us a like. I'm sure that you could probably talk some of these ladies that are in the chat into something else, but that's on you guys. And really, it's not my business. So let's take a look at something else. Who is it that has to have a big game? Where the fuck is all my stuff? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are 24 minutes into the show, and I've already lost what the hell I'm doing. So we'll just play Scott in the car while I look.
Scotty found him.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I noticed you found one of those cars. You sent me a picture of it. That's kind of cute.
We did. That was quite funny, actually. We did look at the car, and when we got out of the cab and went, this will be good for the show.
So let me ask this real quick while I'm distracted by these ladies that are over here. Well, hey, Scotty G's in the chat here. Nice to see you, Scott. Scott G's going to the game this weekend, isn't he?
He is.
Going to the game. Good for you, man. I'll tell you what, Scott G, next Tuesday, if you're back in time, I know it takes forever to drive across South Dakota, but if you come back in time, I would love to hear from you as to what it's like going to a game in that stadium. Because to me, that stadium just looks effing awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah, Scott G's real close to Minnesota. It's only probably about a 27-hour drive.
Yeah, it's got to be within 1,000.
So
that's right.
the drive's longer than my entire country. Yeah, thanks for that, mate.
Right. So yeah, man, I would love to, because I mean, aside from how cool it looks on the outside, inside, anytime I'm watching a game in the Viking stadium, it just looks so good. It looks so good. I know that the Commanders, they hired the same design firm for their stadium, and that's what I hope to get, is a lot of natural light like that. That's a graphic.
As long as our stadium doesn't look like a penis, I'm good. I think it'll be fine.
Called the hot tank.
The hot tank. All right. So, Scott, have you wired ahead to the Vikings and let them know that our friend Scott G is coming? You are the International Fan of the Year.
Absolutely. Yep. I talked to the International Fan of the Year for the Vikings, who was in my group chat, and said, "Watch out for this dodgy man who's coming from Dakota. You know, he'll be in a Commander's gear. What he's called Scott G. He's a bit of a big deal, so you should have field passes, Scott. I hope you're looking forward to that."
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. And my bet is if you told them to look out for a two-tone F-150, you'd probably be pretty close as to what you're going to get. All right, man on a minute. Jesse, who's got to have a big game this weekend? Who's got to have a big game for the Commanders to win this weekend?
Jesse's on mute.
Is he? Yes, he is.
Oh,
so hang on a minute.
Yeah.
Did you get it? All right. Jesse's still in the blue tent over here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, sorry. I had a drink.
There he is. All right, sorry. We're going to send Brian Daboll in to yell at you. Who's over here while we get back to it? Who's your man on a mission?
Yeah, mine is Jordan McGee. I don't know if y'all have talked about him yet, but with Bobby Wagner ailing, I think we're going to see a lot of Jordan McGee, and he's going to, he's going to have to step up. Aaron Jones is back, and that is definitely a threat on that side of the ball. So he's going to need to buckle his bootstraps because he's going to need to have a game for us to contend.
Scott.
Yes,
now,
mate.
All right, so from somebody who didn't grow up playing football like a lot of us did, do you think that it would be wise to play it in boots that require straps?
No, I wouldn't have said so, but obviously it's a saying. You need cleats that with laces. I'm assuming, but
I just don't know why Jesse's having him buckle up bootstraps because that really ain't helping anybody. Unless
we'll know what he means. We know what he means. It's a good analogy.
We understand because I am. All right, Scotty, who's your man?
The words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know that's the realist.
Yeah,
the realest thing John said all week.
Whatever stays in Europe happens.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. My man on a mission this week, John, is Jaden Daniels. It's quite an obvious one. He's back from injury. I need to see what's going on. I do think I do want to see him take this team almost on its back and give us a performance that we've been missing. Say, hey, yeah. I'm back.
Yeah, because we want to go to the division and be a party pooper. All right,
exactly.
You need to re-record or slow that down and then put it on because you can't understand it.
I couldn't. I tell you what, when he said it, I about fell out. He says, just like John said, party pooper, and I was like, I didn't say that. Okay, I said spoiler. All right, so for me, man on a mission. For me, I want to see Jacob Martin have a big day. Chase J.J. McCarthy around. Throw him around. Throw him to the floor repeatedly. Pick him up. Throw him down. Chase Aaron Jones down. When Aaron Jones isn't in the game, chase the other guy down because they don't lose much when Jordan Mason comes in the game. I think he's pretty good.
I think Martin might have a tall task ahead of him, especially if Darrisaw's coming back.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Darrisaw's coming back. All right, so make him wish he was back on the couch watching Netflix. Get in there and get after J.J. McCarthy. That's what I want. I want to see them make him make plays downfield. Bottle up that run, use that defensive line, and that's what I want to see. I've gone way over who the man on a mission is. Now I'm on the entire front four. That's who I think has to have a good game. Stop them. Shut them down. All right, let's get into some NFL football. All right.
Let's see what we got here.
What do we have here? All right, so our first game of the week. Oh, we got to change all kinds of shit around now. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being with us here on the Bleeding Burgundy podcast. If you're watching over there on social media, please come on in. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a like. And Scott will, as he is right now, typing to somebody. Welcome to the show. And if you got any comments, we'll put them up on the screen. We'll talk to you. We'll make fun of you. We'll say something about whatever you got to say. And if you bring something that's pretty good for us to talk about, we'll talk about that. It's
our good old friend I was typing to, Yam. He says, I can't believe the frickin' Eagles are going to repeat and they aren't even that great. I don't think they will. I really don't.
At this moment, Yam, I'd be surprised. They look like a team in turmoil, but they always look like a team in turmoil.
I think he means as division champ.
I don't even know if they'll make division champs. I thought the Cowboys played very well last night, but yeah, they lost. But I still think the Eagles will lose games.
Well, they got two of them against us. Who do the Eagles play with this week? They play the Chargers. So, we'll get to them. We'll find out what's going on. Whether they, in honest to God, to me, the division championship, it's important for playoff placement during the season. But once the season's over, I never think back, we were division champs. Or, unless you win the Super Bowl, who gives a fuck? That's just the way I see it. I couldn't care less who wins the actual division, unless it's now. All right, Dolphins and the Jets are our first game this week. The Dolphins, who are looking strong against pretty bad football team. They're playing a pretty bad football team who got a win last week. What do you think about that? As a matter of fact, go ahead, Scotty.
I'm pleased for the Jets to get another win, but the Dolphins, they're hit and miss. But I think the Dolphins are good enough to beat the Jets. So in this game, give me the Dolphins. It won't be one that I would be watching. This will be one for the purists.
Yeah, purists. Right.
The Dolphins have been playing pretty well the past few weeks. A Chain is Jesus, man. He's a
brilliant.
madman. The Jets, I love their defense. They do have a good defense, even without Sauce Gardner. Their defense is still good. I think this is going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Dolphins might squeak it by, but I think I'd bet on the under.
What is the Devin O'Shane? Devin O'Shane's over-under. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it's like 88. I'd go the over on this because I don't think with Quinnen Williams being gone, they're going to be able to catch up with him. I do have an email from last week that is kind of close to this game. Let's see. It says, hey, guys, I wrote a song. I thought you might like it. Ready? Here goes. I got it made, so cancel all the bets. I'm getting paid. Now I'm losing to the Jets. La-di-da, do-di-do-do. From Kirk Cousins in line at the bank. So there you go. If the fucking Kirk Cousins can lose to the Jets, I don't think Tua Tagovailoa will.
82.5 is his over-under.
Yeah, I'm taking the over on that.
I'd take that too.
I'm taking the over on that for sure.
I will take the under on that.
Really? You think the Jets will? Nah.
Yeah.
No.
I think the Jets got a good run defense. They got a good run defense.
They had one. It went to Dallas. All right. Let's see what else we got. We've got. Is this for the next game? Actually, Seahawks at the Falcons.
Ooh.
Seahawks at the who the fuck knows Falcons. The Atlanta who the fuck knows what they're going to do week to week Falcons. Seahawks on the road favored by 6.5 points. Over under on this game is 44.5. Jesse, what you got here?
I'm going with the Seahawks. Seahawks haven't played as well as of late, but they're going. No Drake London. So give me the Seahawks in this game.
All right. I don't know what happened to your microphone there, but what was the song? I got it made. Cancel all the bets. I'm getting paid, and I'm losing to the Seahawks. I do.
Can y'all hear me?
Got you now. Yeah, got you.
I do have a parlay on this game, I think.
Go ahead. What do you got on that? Let's see here. You got Jesse same game, big time, easy money, same game parlay of the week.
Yeah, I got Kirk Cousins, 175 passing yards. Sam Darnold over 200. JSN 80 plus receiving. Cooper Kupp 20 plus receiving yards. Cooper Kupp. Bijan Robinson 25 receiving. Kenneth Walker 40 rushing, and Zach Charbonnet anytime touchdown for a plus 1796.
Wow, big money.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice parlay. The Zach Charbonnet anytime touchdowns always frighten me. They're hard
but he's the touchdown king, especially in the red zone. And I expect this team to be in the red zone quite often during this game. So I think Charbonnet is a good bet to get in. Is actually his anytime touchdown odds are the same as Kenneth Walker's at plus 105. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you're on the plus side, you're doing all right there. I tell you what, I spelled Bijan Robinson's name wrong, so sorry about that. And Cooper Kupp.
Well, and speaking of
Bijan
Robinson, John, 63.5 is his rushing over/under. I would absolutely hammer the over in this.
I agree.
Listen, and the reason why it's so low is in the past few weeks, Bijan hasn't really been great in the rushing department.
I mean, just under 80, I guess. But the Falcons, I'm sorry. I always hate to say anything about the Falcons because as soon as you say anything definitive about the Falcons, they turn right around and do the exact fucking opposite. So I'm not saying nothing.
And then if you look at Seattle's defense, I mean, they're a pretty damn good running defense.
Yeah.
They are. But Bijan Robinson, I mean, that dude's in a different class, but when it comes to a running back. Right now.
But give me the Seahawks all day in this game. Johnny, you on the Seahawks too?
I'm on the Seahawks too. I would lay the 6.5. It sounds low to me. Kirk Cousins. I mean, dude, this is the third week. I haven't. You know what? I tell you what. Are there any parlay lines for Kyle Pitts? Because there wasn't any earlier today.
Couldn't see one, mate.
You know what? I was looking at that earlier when I was
I didn't see
making the
one.
parlay, and I did not see any. I wonder, is he questionable?
I didn't see any
Maybe.
injury designation about him whatsoever, but then again, I didn't go looking too deep into it. But to me, betting on Kirk Cousins is like, betting on whether this Spart's going to leave a state.
He's got a plus 240 for anytime touchdown.
Plus 240.
Yeah.
I know Kirk loves his tight ends, and I'm not going to say anything more.
Yeah, you do too.
Well, I mean,
He does not have any receiving yards. Oh, yeah, he does. I'm sorry. He does.
What is it?
His over-under is hold on, just had it. His over-under is 54.5.
I'd go under just because I don't believe.
Yeah, I think I'd go under during at least this game right here. The Seahawks defense is good and it's underrated. People don't talk about it enough, but it's a top 3 defense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, so we've got the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are favored by 8.5 points at home. The over-under on this game is 41.5. I got a sneaking smell on the Saints. I just do. It's like somebody cut one. It smells like the Saints. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree. The Saints stink.
That's not what I meant.
You meant the Bucks were going to go lose. He's saying he thinks the Saints are going to win this game.
No, not win this game. No. But 8.5 points is
Who just got a concussion here?
8.5 points is a big line.
Exactly.
And that's all I'm saying. Baker Mayfield's still hurting from a sprained shoulder. He's had his ups and downs. Godwin had a good game last week, but I don't know. I think that the Saints can keep it closer than that.
Yeah, I mean, I might stay away from this line, but I think the Bucks are going to win big.
Me too.
Me
too. Completely blue. Whatever Bucky Irvin's rushing line is on this as well, because of the bum shoulder for Baker. I think they're relying on him heavy. Came back last week and had a good game. Bucky Irvin, he was, scored a touchdown. I think he had 80 yards last week. So it's well worth a look at what his rushing totals would be as well for the game.
Give me a second, I'll pull it right on up. Bucky Irvin is over 65.5. That's
all day.
I think I'd do the over on that too. Yeah, that's a good over right there.
Bet Bucky based on Baker's bum shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the Saints running back, Devin Neal, his over under is 39.5. I'd take the over on that.
I'd take that too. Yeah,
I'd take the over on both of them. I'd probably combine them for a parlay and get yourself a nice. That's plus 254. That's pretty good for those two. That's a good shot right there.
I would agree. That is a good shout out. I'm gonna freaking take a look at that myself later on.
Add in a Bucky Irvin touchdown, and
the Indianapolis Broken Fibulas versus the Jacksonville. Yes. How are they doing this Jaguars? Colts are favored by 1.5 on the road. Over under is 46.5. Look, I'll tell you what. I don't think the Jags are getting their respect. I'm picking the Jaguars in this game. Give me those 1.5 points. I'm taking the Jags, and I'm taking the over in this.
Yeah, I'm going the opposite. I'm taking the Colts, and I think I'm going to have the under in this. I think the Colts defense is going to stifle ETN. I know ETN's he's played very well past.
He's had a good year. Bashal too. There's no slouch.
Yeah,
he's like the Charbonnet, the same situation as what Jesse was saying in the red zone. He's your target from the 4-yard line. He's the guy that they're gonna punch in.
I was interested in possibly getting Tootin this year. That name is just Tootin. Oh, Tootin.
Well, I mean, honestly, for me, it's not that difficult.
Bashal Tootin.
Eat some ice cream or drink a glass of milk. I'll be tooting all damn night.
But I do like the Colts in this game. And it's mainly their defense is what I like about them. But I think I'd go the under.
Well, I'll tell you what. For one, the Jaguars are number one against the run, unless I'm mistaken. I'm taking I think the over-under on Jonathan Taylor is like 93.5. I'm hitting the under on that. Absolutely. against the
Yeah,
Jags.
90. You're right. 93.5.
Definitely taking the under there. As a matter of fact, I have an over-under, and it's after this game, but I'll put it right up here, right here. All right, so Daniel Jones, I want over 230.5 yards passing because of that good rush defense that the Jaguars have. I think that they're going to come out throwing. I think that if I think that the 53.5 it is for Alec Pierce. That's a little high for me. But Jonathan Taylor under 93.5. I also like in our game, Chris Rodriguez over 40.5 yard rushing, J.J. McCarthy over 23.5 yard rushing, and T.J. Hawkinson over 23.5 receiving. There goes my dogs. They don't like it. That's a plus 1677 on FanDuel right there. Good bet.
I think one of the ones that makes me just a little bit nervous is the Daniel Jones over.
Dogs. Dogs. They make noise. Scott, you don't have a dog, do you?
No, I don't know. I on that game before the Jags game, I am going to take the Colts. I'm doing it for a reason.
Ooh, what is your reason?
Whoa!
I can't talk about the reason for that. I'm doing it because not to spite my wife, but if she says every time you back the Jags on the podcast, we lose. So I'm going with the Colts.
Really? Is that what it is?
So he's going to back the Colts so he can get jagged if the Jags.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. You know
Absolutely.
what? I'm married. I understand these things. There's an anal bet. I bet you. Now,
Oh no! Why'd you always go to there, John? Why'd you always go to there?
it's not that I always go to there, Scotty. I'm just trying to find you a good time. And I'm telling you right now, Jesse, tell me if I'm wrong. If the Colts lose, Scotty's getting paid.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. All right, so now we've embarrassed Scott. Now Scott looks like on that. Oh my gosh, I've got things all fucked up now. What have I done? Here we are.
There we go. That's better.
All
Next
right,
game.
we're going to move on to the Ravens and the Steelers. Ravens are
Good
paying
game.
by 5.5 points.
Game.
Over under on this game is 43.5. Yeah, this is a good freaking nosebleeder.
it is. But is shit? He even playing? Lamar even playing?
Do not know. Haven't heard anything. He's down as a game time decision, is what they said.
Last I heard,
Yeah.
he wasn't practicing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this line could be a little bit different come game time. They just signed Dick Hand's Mark Andrews to a contract.
They certainly did.
That could be
3 years. 3 years for that old dude.
Isaiah Likely could be available in the offseason, and that's a name for those who.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of talk about that too.
Trying to get rid of Zach Ertz. That's a name that can be floated out there that could be. I've always liked Likely. I think he's a good pass catcher.
Absolutely.
So 2 hours ago, according to NFL.com and ESPN, Jackson is set to start in the playoff.
Okay.
It's set to start against the Steelers.
Yeah. All right.
I would have.
Well, there you have it.
You know, I think that they are just keeping Jackson out of practice just to make sure he's fine. He doesn't need to get too much work in during the week, I don't think. And there's no way he's missing this game.
They just said he has no injury designation now. So
yeah, I'm sure.
I like the Ravens in this game. I think the Steelers defense has taken a step back, especially in recent weeks. So yeah, give me the Ravens in this game.
Who just left the Steelers as well and went to Miami, but won't? Or is it the other way around?
Oh, he was going to Buffalo.
Went to Buffalo. Yeah.
Slay. They cut Darius Slay. They picked up
Slay, was it? Yeah.
Who did they pick up? They pick up the wide receiver.
Buffalo got Savage.
No,
did they?
Which I think that was a mistake.
Well, whatever. I mean, we're talking about that. This is the kind of argument you have with Ron around. All right, we let this guy that we picked up off the street go. Oh no. Darius Slay refused to report to the Bills. The rumor.
Oh, because it was too cold.
I don't know.
That's right. Yeah.
I doubt that that's the problem, but I think that the rumor is that he wants to report back to Philadelphia. He wants to see if they're going to take any move on him. But who the hell knows? I think that, like I said before, as I've read from professional players, once the retirement bug gets in the back of your head and even mentions the word, you're done. And I think Darius Slay is there. But in this game, dude, I tell you what, Hey, Deluxe, what's going on? Baltimore fans have been complaining about Jackson's accuracy issues due to missed practice time.
Baltimore fans have been complaining about Jackson's accuracy since he's gotten drafted.
Correct.
They don't like him, hon. They do like him until he wins a Super Bowl. That's what they need to see. They need to see a Super Bowl coming out of that here, Lamar
They're
Jackson.
pretty fickle fans. And if anybody's wondering why I'm in the dark, I was in an accident, got a concussion, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be ready to play on Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so put Deluxe's comment up there.
The Blue Chew medical tent.
The thing about this, about missed practice time and accuracy, I don't know that it really has, for a veteran of his status, for as long as he's been there with those receivers, I don't know that it really has much. I think that they're just bitching, right? But I also think that the fact that he has no injury designation tells me he had no injury designation during the course of the week, and they're just making sure he's going to be fine. Because the narrative, I hate that word. I fucking hate that word. But the play has been that they are going to come back, take the division away from the Steelers. And this is the big game that I think that they're going to be able to do it. This 5.5-point line, I'm jumping all over it. I think the Ravens trump this team. The Steelers, they've got their positives in the running game, but Aaron Rodgers is living on borrowed time. And I think it's about time that Lamar Jackson steps on it. Give me the Ravens.
Over,
by the way.
The Aaron Rodgers line is 197. I think I might take the over on that because I think they're going to be playing from behind. I think that might be a good bet right there for those who like to gamble. That Aaron Rodgers 197 and a half. Take the over on that one.
Yeah, give me the Ravens in this game, and I'm laying them points too, John. I'm with you. I think this is a beatdown by the Ravens, but I do agree with you, Jesse. I think it's a very good bet on Aaron Rodgers' over-under, especially because they will be throwing this ball a lot because they'll be behind quite quickly, in my opinion.
All right, so this game coming up is known as the annual reason to go out and brave the cold to go Christmas shopping. The Titans versus the Browns. You might as well. As much as I love to shop online, I think if this was my option, I'd go out. Although, you know what? I'm lying. I'm intrigued by Shedeur Sanders. I'm intrigued by the Browns. I want to watch their defense. Watching Myles Garrett is fun.
Yeah, I like watching the Browns defense. You're absolutely right about that. They're it's a good defense. Too bad it's just a shitty team overall, shitty organization overall.
Yeah, it's the Browns. It's the Browns. Too bad it's the Browns.
But I will say, for news that coming out of Cleveland, that the butt plug himself.
Yeah, he's back out of injury designation, isn't
he? Yeah, he's in the 21-day window. So we might see him before the year's over with.
Aren't we all just looking forward to that? Because when we say we might just see Deshaun Foster, we're not really sure which part of him we might see. And honestly, if I'm the Browns, fuck him. Fuck off. You wasted all of our money. You wasted all of our time. And the only thing that you did.
They might need him if these quarterbacks keep getting fucking injured. They've been through 5 of them already this year.
This is true. They might have to stick him out there, but they better check him for KY jelly because you don't need him fumbling in a bad spot. I think in this game, Myles Garrett might get 23 sacks.
He needs 4 to break the record.
Going to be running from
he needs 4 to break the record. I think he might get that in the first half.
Dude, yeah. Cam Ward is just a sitting duck back there.
Unreal.
So I tell you what, I like the Browns in this. I'll lay the 3.5 points, and I'd even take the over just to say that the Browns might just because the Browns just might really kick the shit out of them that bad. The Browns, I think, they're this close to being not a good team, but a team that can kick the shit out of the Titans. How about that?
I'm going the other way. I think the Titans are going to win this game.
What? Get out of here.
No way.
Yeah,
this
is
Max
going to be a 5-3 type of game, and I think the
5-3.
Yeah, I'm taking the under.
The shortstop's going to boot an easy ground ball, and that's going to be it.
It's just going to be a bunch of bad football. The Titans have been playing a little bit better as of late. Cam Ward's starting to come into his own a little bit, and this is a coin flip game to me, anyways. But I'm just going to take the Titans just for the hell of it because the Browns are going to brown.
The Titans are going to which one's going to do it worse?
For me, I think the Browns win this game. I think the defense will get a stop or a defensive score in some way. I don't believe in either of these quarterbacks at all. Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, and whoever is going to be quarterbacking for the Browns is they've all been pretty awful. But I do think that their defense is very, very good. I think that over/under is about right. 33 is probably about where you want it, where it's probably going to be. So yeah, give me the Browns, but it's one of them games that I don't really want to watch. Just Yams put a comment on here saying the only thing I honestly care about this week is that we finally win a game. Again, I know it almost stole it against the Broncos, but it just made it hurt more, especially after only getting 2 hours sleep. How do you think I feel, dude, when it's 5:05 in the morning? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I get what you mean. I get exactly where you're coming from. The only thing we want to is a win this week.
Yeah, I'd like a win this week. Yeah, I'm done with this game. Let's see, where are we now?
Yeah, let's move on.
Moving on from that to this game. Cincinnati.
Oh, great game.
These teams are almost geographical rivals. They're not as far apart as you might think.
No.
Just a hop, skip, and a jump across the lake there, and you are in Buffalo. Which, by the way, for all of you out there who are travelers, and for people who are going to bitch at me who live in Buffalo, I don't care. Driving up to your city, getting ready to go across the Peace Bridge into Toronto, into Canada there, it just looks like a bombed out hell. I mean, seriously. Like, I look at videos of London after the Blitz, or, freaking Berlin after the war and shit. That's what it looks like driving up through the industrial freaking death of Buffalo. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. We got the Bengals and the Bills. The Bills are favored by 5.5 at home. Over under is 53.5. Did you guys see Cam Newton eviscerate Keon Coleman the other day?
I don't listen to a word Cam Newton says. He is the dumbest, goofiest, I think, asshole in the fucking world. He's a stupid talking head and his stupid fucking fedoras, fucking dumbass hats, and his fucking goddamn no sense of fucking class whatsoever. He looks stupid. He just looks fucking okay. Y'all have had nerve. I hate fucking Cam Newton.
There you go. Jesse hates Cam Newton. Honestly, I couldn't care less most of the time about what he said, but what he said about Keon Coleman was dead on. They are expecting him to be a number one, and they can't even put him on the field because he's such a.
He scored a touchdown last week.
Whatever.
He had a good game.
He's got to get going. He's got to be better than that. I tell you what, I am one of the many that are out there that drafted him in fantasy this year. Granted, not early, late pick, but you want a little more out of the supposed number one wide receiver on an AFC championship contending team. And you got nothing out of it. Now, the Bengals and the Bills, everybody's expecting a ton of points, 53.5. Where are you sitting on that, Jesse?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I think the way the Bills have been played lately, I'm surprised they're favored by this much. Mm-hmm. I lean towards the Bengals covering this game, to be honest with you. I just don't like. I work with a really, really huge Bills fan, and they're about done.
Like 400 pounds or something.
No. Oh. He's about he's almost 7 foot tall, but the fan base they're very, very worried. They expected this to be their year, and the way that they've played lately has not, it's not shown that they're going to make it far in the playoffs. So I like the Bengals covering this game.
I agree with Jesse. I'm on the Bengals side of it. I think that the Bengals are actually going to go in Orchard Park, and they're going to put up a bit of a shocker here that people will be like, what? Well, how did that happen?
A win?
I think I think the Bengals beat. I think the Bengals beat the Bills.
You took a long way to get there. Took a while to say it. You sure?
I do. 100%. I think I'm on an island. I think the Bengals beat there. I think Joe calls in, and I think he gets the better of Josh Allen. But I also think that James Cook's going to have a massive game in here. Yeah. I really do think that's going to happen. So I don't know whatever his line is at the moment. I would certainly look at that. Oh, that's quite high. That is still quite high, even at 98. But he probably will go over that.
Check that out.
yeah.
It's in the 90s. I know that.
What's that?
James Cook's
I'd take
line.
the over anyway. I'd take him up to 100. Frankly.
Me too. Yeah, me
He's
too.
going to run all over this team. And I kind of like your thinking there in terms of the Bengals and Joe Burrow being able to come out of there with a win.
99 and a half.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Boy, I tell you, I'd take him up to 100. I guess I'm on my fucking – I guess you have to hold me to it now. So, yeah, give me the over on the 99 and a half for James Cook.
I just think there's going to be something stupid from Josh Allen. You know, like one of them games where he has a brain fart or he fumbles or do you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh, why? How has that happened? And then everyone starts questioning him on Monday, which they shouldn't do because Josh Allen is still one of the best quarterbacks in this entire league. But I just think the Bengals are going to get the better of him, unfortunately.
You know, while we're here, the Bills, to me, since we don't talk NFL as much as we'd like to, it's Josh Allen. He's a great quarterback. He has all the skills, and the wide receivers, it's not like they've shirked on trying to find him good wide receivers. They just haven't panned out.
They performed.
I wonder why. You know, that's just me thinking out loud there.
I mean, maybe it's not the same as having Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Do you know what I mean? But I get where you're coming from. I mean, Keon Coleman, nah, not for me.
Nah, but wasn't he a first round pick?
He was a first round pick, yeah.
You need better out of them. All right, Denver versus the Raiders. Tell me what, I got an itch on this game. Go ahead, Jesse. Let's hear from you first.
You got an itch on this game.
I do. I got an itch on this game.
It could be a herpes if you're going the way I think you're going. Give me the Broncos, and it's not close.
Yeah. This is going to be a 15, 20-point win by the Broncos. No problem.
All right, you know what? I'm going the other way. I'm taking the Raiders in those points.
Wow.
I'm taking the Raiders in those
the herpy.
points. Listen to me. Here we go, the herpy pick of the week. The fact of the matter is this. How many of the Broncos won in a row? 9?
Yes.
Winning 10 in a row, man. I'm just playing against the odds there. The fact of the matter is the Raiders have not been embarrassed at home since last week.
Last week.
And they have not. Well, okay, you laugh, but they haven't been embarrassed at home 2 games in a row since last month. So I'm thinking that this is finally the time that they're coming out. They're going to get. This is a big time rivalry that goes deeper than anything else. I'm taking the Raiders just because. Give me the Raiders at 7.5 points, and I'm taking the over in this game too. Ashton Genty running to the house, 94 yards for a touchdown. Also,
Geno Smith.
Says, don't jinx my fantasy QB. I need Allen to play well this week, and me too. Me too. He's on my dynasty league, and I think Allen's going to play well. He normally does. But I think it's the rest of the team that, I think the
Cook
Bills defense,
he always turns out, and their tight ends always turn out. You know what? I'll tell you what, there, Deluxe. I was invited this year to play with the Marines at my office, and that's always a good game. And yeah, I need Josh Allen to show up because I want to make the playoffs against those jarheads. All right, go ahead. We got the Broncos and the Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders. Damn, Scott, would you please tell your kids to keep it down?
I will. I'm sorry about that.
All right, so we got Sunday Night Football. This game,
Ooh.
at the Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 3.5 points, over under 41.5. Boy, I tell you, I want to pick the Texans, but I'm not sure.
I kind of do too, man. I think the Chiefs they're in a transition year.
His hand looks like one of those octopuses that come out of the dark. One of those shows.
Are you watching an underwater sea documentary?
Yes, David Attenborough. There it is. We've never seen this before. Right? Look, you can see the dirt under its fingernails. All right. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Jesse. Sorry.
Yeah, the Chiefs they're so talented. They got the best coach in the NFL. Probably in the history of the game.
What?
In Andy Reid.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
He ain't no Joe Gibbs.
I think Andy Reid's definitely up there.
He's up there, but he ain't no Joe Gibbs. That's the best.
The Texans defense is so fucking good.
They really are.
So good. but I can't go. I can't pick against the Chiefs. I just can't. I can't do
At
it.
home, yeah, it's hard. So you're taking the Chiefs to win, or you taking them?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna take the Chiefs to win, but it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a good game, and yeah, I think they got 41.5. I think that's the right. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game.
Me too.
Okay.
I think everything about this, John, for me, just screams that's the exact right numbers. It's probably going to be around about a field goal type game. 41.5 is about right. But you don't mess about when the Chiefs are at home and the refs are on their side. It's always the way. Dude, they've got so many calls again this year that were just total bullshit calls.
Oh, they always do. I'll tell you
and
what.
they do. But it's more pronounced now, but why isn't anything happening about it? And also, I don't know if you saw before, it still pissed me off as well, and it brought me back to this earlier. I was watching the World Cup draw in soccer earlier. There was a dude on stage in full Native American Indian gear running around, and I thought, hang on a minute, we can't be called what we're called, but you can do that on stage? Really?
I don't know.
And anyway, and the Chiefs are still called the Chiefs, and that pisses me off as well, so... Yeah, fuck the Chiefs.
All right, so
but they are going to win this game, though.
just to keep the show going for a few minutes. The fact of the matter is, chief is a European word that we assign to them to say who's in charge, right?
I know.
So the word chief is something that nobody can come against them for that. And again, it's always about money, and that's all there is to it. The closest geographical competitor in the business to the Chiefs is Colts and the Broncos. They're 500 miles away, each one of them. Ours is 45 miles away. That's why ours is a bit different, because economically we can be challenged. We're not going to get into all that shit again.
Anyway, move on.
Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, I'll tell you what. I like the Texans in this game, and I'm going to take them. I'm taking them to win.
Good for you.
I'm taking them to win. I got an email here that came in last week that I wanted to go ahead and read here for you. Let's see. It says here, okay, so let me get this straight. If you don't win enough games, they won't let you in the playoffs? I mean, that seems a little harsh. Can we get the rule changed? It doesn't seem fair at all. I mean, we meant to win them all. It really doesn't seem kind of prejudicial against us just because we didn't anyway. Yeah, Conditioner Goodell is a good friend of mine. Conditioner Goodell, God damn it, it's late. We're good friends, and I'm going to make a phone call, see what I can do. Yeah, Patrick M, KC, Missouri. Yeah, you know what? I hope the Chiefs miss the fucking playoffs. Just because.
So do I.
Just because.
And you know what, John? Your Kermit impression was pretty good there. I like that.
Yeah, that's always the fun part about listening to. Every time you ask him a question, the first thing out of his mouth, or no. What the fuck does that even mean? Yeah, no. All right, last game of the day, or last game of the week. The Eagles at the Chargers. The roommates are hosting a slumber party for the Philadelphia Eagles. I guess they got permission from Mom and Dad Ram to go ahead and have the Eagles over for a slumber party. The Eagles are favored by 2.5 on the road. Over-under is 41.5. We have a significant injury in this game, in that Justin Herbert had surgery on Monday on his left hand. So that is going to adjust some things that he can do, and not really for throwing, but how he's able to take snaps, where he's able to come off with the ball, that kind of stuff. So
the Eagles got a big injury too, and
Jalen Carter.
It was Jalen Carter, wasn't it? Double shoulder surgery.
And,
well, that's not what I heard. I heard Jalen Carter ate one too many Hostess cupcakes and exploded.
Could be right. I like the Chargers in this game.
Me too.
Marion Hampton is back. Should be playing. And I think we're going to see a bit of a slide from the Philadelphia Eagles from here on out.
Good, because, from here on out, they have to play us twice. I'd like to see them slide right them fuck on down out of the whatever. I don't know how far out of it we can make them, but let's push them down the freaking lane. Let's be party poopers. Let's go ahead and say that.
Party pooper.
There we go.
Party pooper. Party pooper.
Agreed. I'm going to take the Chargers in this game for the win. I think the Chargers win this game. Again, 41.5. I'll probably go over. I think it becomes a bit of a shootout, as a shootout, as they say. And I think that Justin Herbert, he'll do the business. And as you said, Hampton's back. So Give me the Chargers at home.
All right, I'll tell you what. I'm taking the Eagles.
Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, I am. I can't stand it. You know what? But no matter what anybody says, the Chargers are still just the wallflowers. All right?
They are.
You want to show me something there, Justin Herbert? Beat this team. Win this game. I'm not sure where the Chargers sit in the playoff position right now. They started off so well, so hot. Last week, I even made a joke on this podcast. Yeah, where's Quentin Johnston been? I did this. And what do you know? He scored a touchdown. right off the bat in the first quarter, he scored a touchdown. So, I'm taking the Eagles in this game, and I'm taking it because of the Quentin Johnston logic. If I take the Eagles, the Chargers are going to win. So there you go. That's what I got. All right, final game of the week. Let me push myself up here where I'm supposed to be.
The Chargers are 8-4, by the way, and second in the AFC West.
Okay. All right. You know, it's a mirage of an 8-4, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, all right, Washington at Minnesota. We have a 1:00 Sunday start, which to me is wonderful.
Dude.
It really is. It's nice.
And to me.
I'm sure for you, it's great. You're working on that Jacksonville. We ain't saying any more about that, but you're working on that. So being able to get your rest is always good. Commanders at the Vikings. Scott G will be in attendance, so the Commanders are expected to put up a good show. As from what I understand, Dan Quinn said that Scott G will be there. And,
last time Scott G went to a game, we got our fucking asses kicked.
Really?
Started ruining our season. So
right,
he was at Green Bay week 2.
All right, Scott G. Now, I know you were in here earlier, but I also know that you've got like a 19-and-a-half-day drive to get to Minnesota. All right, so
please don't get a flat tire. Make sure you make it on time.
Right. If you are the bad luck charm, turn around, dude. Go the fuck home. All right, I'm taking the Commanders in this game. I'm taking the Commanders. I'm laying the 1.5 points, and I'm taking the over, too. We're putting a whooping on these boys.
Good
I like the over in this game.
We're running over Jonathan Allen. Christian Rodriguez is going to leave his fucking name tattooed on Jonathan Allen's face.
I like the over in this game, but I got a gut feeling that we're going to shoot.
Get out of here with you and your fucking gut.
Come on, Jesse. You can do better than that, man.
Pie pooper.
So no, I'm taking the Commanders for a win here. I'd lay the 1.5. We're gonna beat the Vikings quite handily, in my opinion. I think it's going to be a one of them games where you're like, holy shit, Jaden, where have you been? And that's all we're going to hear for the next week is Jaden's back on. Jaden's back on. The press are going to go mad about it, and that's what we're going to hear. We are going to put a beat down on the team, but not too bad. But we'll do very well in this game.
All right then. So, give me a score prediction, Scott. We'll start with you since you had your last prediction there. Give me a score.
27-20 Commanders.
All right, Jesse.
All right, I go 29-26 Vikings.
Dude, you are just terrible.
Lose by last second field goal.
It's your concussion. We'll just leave it at that. It's your concussion. I'm saying 34-20 Commanders.
Wow.
34-20 Commanders walk it. And we have one more email from last week that I want to read before we get out of here. You can reach us at bleedingburgundypodcast@gmail.com. That's
what happened to Scott's Pisser of the Week?
Oh, Scott's Pisser of the Week. Didn't we see that? Oh, Scott's Pisser of the Week. There it is.
Yeah, so my Pisser of the Week then is Joe Burrow's over, which I can't exactly see.
249.5.
249.5, thank you. Then we've got the Broncos minus the 7.5, the Dolphins minus the 3. Bijan Robinson anytime touchdown, a Bucky Irvin anytime touchdown, and a Jonathan Taylor anytime touchdown is for a plus 3,285.
That's a nice bet. Those anytime touchdowns over there, man. There's
I know that I tend to back running backs, as you've seen, but because you know that's going to be what they're going to do, kind of on the goal line. But all three of them have had very good weeks last week and the week before.
Bijan Robinson always scares me with Tyler Algier. You know, he vultures the shit out of him all the time. All right, I got one more.
It's like the Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker, and even Tootin with ETN. Tootin, Charbonnet, there's running backs like that. They're in Algier. They're touchdown stealers. So just get into the red zone. Same thing with Montgomery sometimes with Gibbs, even though Gibbs scores outside the red zone all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a little nerve wracking.
Dude, one of my favorite fantasy seasons, the Vikings had a running back named Muhammad or Morris something. Dude had a stat line every week of like 3 rushes, 2 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And I put him in my fantasy lineup every week because it didn't matter. The dude was automatic from inside the 5, and they gave him the ball at the goal line all the time. All right, dear show, well, shit, my glass super flat. You read it. There you go. There's our email from last week.
Indianapolis.
Y'all wasn't buying him.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's lost it, and it's he's got a fibula broken. I noticed this week. Now, Jesse, you've got FanDuel open. Do they have rushing totals up for Daniel Jones? Earlier when I was looking, they did not, because I want to hit the under on the Daniel Jones rushing totals all day.
Let me see.
Please, you can see.
That'd be interesting to see.
Over under rushing yards. Daniel Jones 5.5.
I think he can still run 5 yards on a broken leg.
They make it tough, don't they? Those bastards down in Costa Rica like, fuck this job, David.
Yeah. Now, if it was like 20.5, I'd go the under. At 5.5,
100%.
Might have to go to might have to do
Over
on that one.
I might have to. Yeah, he's gonna scramble a little bit.
If we didn't have you looking this up live on this show, I'd say they were listening to us. Since we're looking it up live, we can't say that. Damn, 5.5 is tough to look at. All right, the Commanders do play at 1 o'clock on Sunday. That's fantastic. So that means that after the game, we might actually show up just to talk about whatever we saw. If we won, a good possibility, because, fuck it, we won. If we lose, maybe we'll see. If not, we will see you on Tuesday to talk about whatever it is we saw on Sunday. And then get ready for the Christmas season. So everybody that's out there, thanks for joining us. Hey, man, if you want to come out and see us, please. We're going to be live at the Hollywood Bowl, I think, next Thursday at 3 o'clock. Scott, is that what time we're supposed to be?
I think that's what time we're on, yeah.
Oh, excuse me. I'm completely wrong. We're at the Pussycat Lounge, and we're playing right after Becky Bamba. All right, anyway, let me get this fucking thing off the screen and get ourselves back up here to where we're supposed to be. I've got this shit all fucked up. All 3 of us have the ability to do this, and yet nobody does it. I can't do it. There we go. They're just going to let me flounder around out here. All right, everybody. We will have some fun coming up as the Christmas season comes along. We'll have some Christmas carols that we're working on right now for the Bleeding Burgundy podcast, and plus some other fun stuff. So until then, we'll see y'all Tuesday or Sunday.
See ya.